This is Big Bend National Park, 800,000 acres of far west Texas where desert, mountains, and the Rio Grande meet. Big Bend sits 3 hours south of Interstate 10 in a corner of Texas so remote that the nearest town with gas and groceries, Alpine, population $6,000, is about an hour away. Most people fly into El Paso or Midland and drive. That drive runs close to 300 miles. You arrive tired, and arriving tired in a park this size with the wrong campground booked is how a dream trip turns into a hot, viewless ordeal. 3 ecosystems stack on top of each other here. The Chihuahuan Desert covers most of the ground. The Chisos Mountains rise straight out of that desert like a stone island, and the Rio Grande carves the border canyons to the south. So here's exactly what comes next. Each area's signature viewpoints, the trails, the overlooks, the best light, paired with the campground that puts you closest. Then the booking details. Fees, reservation windows, when to go. All of it. Start in the Chisos Mountains, a stone island rising straight out of the desert floor. At 5,400 feet, the air runs 15 to 20 degrees cooler than the lowlands. Chisos Basin Campground sits right here. 60 sites, no hookups, open year-round, and you can walk straight from your tent to the Lost Mine Trail or the window. The window is a slot in the rock wall that frames the sunset perfectly. The South Rim Trail gives you the park's signature view, a sheer cliff dropping into desert. You're sleeping inside the view, but an hour west, the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive, a 30-mile paved road dropping toward the Rio Grande, leads to Santa Elena Canyon, where the river slices between 2,500-foot rock walls. Cottonwood Campground sits near the canyon mouth. 24 sites, no hookups, no generators allowed, but don't expect shade like the name suggests everywhere. It's a grove of cottonwood trees, so you do get real shade here, right up against hot, flat desert on every side. Here's the catch. Those 2 campgrounds are an hour apart. You can't wake up in the Chisos and catch Santa Elena at its best morning light without driving that hour through heat. Mountains or canyon? That's the first real choice. Now, head east along the Rio Grande. The river slows here, lined by giant cottonwood trees that throw real shade. Boquillas Canyon cuts deep into limestone walls, and the historic hot springs sit right at the river's edge. Rio Grande Village Campground serves this stretch. 100 sites, no hookups, 1,050 feet elevation, and those cottonwoods mean actual shade in a park where shade is rare. Right next door, the Rio Grande Village RV Park has 25 full hookup sites, the only hookups in the entire park. But there's a 5th option most people skip. Backcountry camping, dispersed sites along dirt roads with nothing but a flat spot and a view, lets you pitch a tent where no one else is. No neighbors, no water, no table, no fee beyond the backcountry permit. You carry everything in and everything out. Total solitude, 0 amenities. That completes the map. Mountains, canyon, river, or backcountry. Each landscape needs its own base, and the RV park is your only hookup option. The only thing left is how to actually book one. Entry costs $30 per vehicle for a 7-day pass, or use the America the Beautiful Pass, one pass, every national park. A full year. You book through recreation.gov. Most sites at Chisos Basin and Rio Grande Village open 6 months out, rolling. But a block of sites at each, and every site at Cottonwood, only opens 14 days out. Know which window your site is on before you plan around it. Chisos Basin fills first. It always does. Best window, October through April. November and March give you warm days, cold nights, and the clearest skies. Here's the plain answer. For a first visit, book Chisos Basin. The mountain views are the park's signature, and at 5,400 feet, you sleep 15 to 20 degrees cooler than the desert. Basin full, Cottonwood puts you at Santa Elena Canyon. Rio Grande Village puts you on the river. Backcountry puts you alone. You pick the right site, now, pick the right week, check the dates before you drive. Reservations change, the view doesn't. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it.